So if you're single and a highly sensitive person, this time of the year might be a bit triggering for you. I get it because I'm a highly sensitive person as well. And in years past, I have chosen to stay at home because I didn't want to be like around other couples because I was like, that's going to make me feel odd. And it's going to remind me of things that I don't want to think about. And it's going to remind me of the fact that I'm alone, right? But this year, I decided to do something different. So what our ego mind does is it attaches to a particular form of getting its needs met. I was like, okay, as I was strategizing this morning, I was like, what are some ways that I can make myself feel loved? What are some things that actually make me light up from the inside? Let me try to design my day in a way that I can do that for myself. So this morning I had like a nice spa day or spa morning. That went really well. And then I proceeded to plan the rest of my day to include things that I really love to do. And I went on a walk this morning. It was like the most, like a really nice walk because I stayed present and I started like thinking of all the ways in which nature makes me feel loved. So I really soaked in the sun this morning. I looked at the trees. I admired all the trees. And then I also wanted to see how I could surround myself by people who actually love me, you know, my family members. So I called my sister and asked her if I could come over. And I went over to her place and we had a great time together. We talked and we also worked on a business that we're actually working on together. But that's something like I love to do. So that made me feel loved and connected to her. And then I came home and surprisingly a friend texted me, like a platonic friend, and they told me, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was like, wow, this is great. Like people, you know, like a friend wants to hang out with me and that's not a bad idea. You know, will give me something to do in the evening. And I was getting really excited. And then I proceeded to ask them where they wanted to meet. And I didn't get like a reply back. So, you know, things were like seeming to be not going the way I hoped they would. And about like 15 minutes later, I got a text saying, oh, actually, I am going to have to cancel. I had something come up. And at the time, you know, being an HSP, it's easy to take things personally. I noticed that I had thoughts similar to, oh, this person probably found someone else to hang out with this evening. And, you know, people can't be trusted. So I got really aware of these thoughts and I made sure that I did not invest in any of my thoughts because I like to say that thoughts are not facts, right? Like you can, it could be true, like anything that your brain tells you could be true or could be false unless you know for sure, unless you have hard evidence to support it. So I decided not to invest in any of the stories because I figured that would be a very unloving thing for me to do in the relationship to myself, to believe in the story that this friend of mine made other plans with someone else, right? So I then sat down and I brainstormed, okay, what are some other ways that I can surround myself with people that I love or do something that makes me feel loved? And I was like, okay, I could probably make plans with my parents. So I proceeded to make plans with them. I was like, I could do a movie night with them. So I just wanted to give you a rundown of what I chose to do with my day to day in hopes that you will get an idea for what you could do and how you could look for ways to make yourself feel loved, especially if you're HSP. And I know that as HSPs, we long for deep connections. We long to feel loved. And a lot of times we're like very critical in the way we speak to ourselves. So if we could just start there and, you know, give ourselves some love in our dialogue. And also when it comes to the interpretations that we give to certain events, like when a friend does something, we immediately make it mean that they're like rejecting us or they are letting us down. And when we question those stories, it's actually a form of self-love. We are giving ourselves love by not believing in worst case scenarios, of believing that people are just gonna let us down. So that's a big takeaway from today for me personally, and hopefully that'll help you too. And let me know if this was helpful. And I love engaging in engaging with you guys. And if you want to leave some comments, if you found this relatable, please let me know. And I also love working with HSPs on a one-to-one basis. So if you want to check out more information about me and the work I do, please make sure to check out the info in the description box below. And happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye-bye.